5. The lines are locked. 4. Match day is near. 3. The picks are clear. 2. The picks are in. 1. Let the show begin. Game on. It's that time again. Game on. Kicks and picks is back again. Game on. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go. Game on. Game on. Game on. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go.
Welcome back to Kicks and Picks. We are back from the week off of the international break. Thank goodness, because for Nick and I, it was, as usual, not enjoyable as Azzurri fans. But we got plenty of good club football coming up this weekend. We're ready to kick it off in just a minute with the Derby della Madonnina, big match in Italy. We've got the North London Derby in England and plenty of other good matches across both leagues. So, boys, how you doing tonight? Wednesday, we're almost back to club football.
Feel good. We're back. Squad is back. It's been a while since it's been the three of us. I feel like at least a month. So that feels good.
True.
Like you said, international break, just fucking shit. I'm sick of it, sick of betting on it. Although the one bet I placed, or the two bets I placed, I could actually say that I won. So I'm happy about that. But ready to dive in. Like you said, Coach, really, really good slate this week. So let's pick some fucking winners.
Yeah, they finally kind of figured out the scheduling here where it's, the beginning of the season, I feel like we were struggling for good matchups across either league. Now we got good matchups in both leagues, and they're timing it right where it's coming right out of the international break. So that way it kind of gets you right back into things. There's no slow start. And I think they scheduled it properly. There's nobody playing, no big games in the first game on Saturday morning. I always hate.
So, you don't have to get up at 6 a.m.
Credit to the schedulers. Usually I give them a lot of shit, but this time they've done their job well.
All right, so let's kick it off in Italy this weekend. Derby della Madonnina, first place Inter, third place Milan, just separated by 2 points in the table, 24 and 22. So, could flip-flop positions with a Milan victory in this one. So, big implications for these two as they come out of the international break. Inter, the favorites, considered the home team, minus 120. Milan plus 295 on the money line. Draw lines plus 240. Milan, you can get them on the draw no bet at plus 200. It's leaning slightly toward the over 2.5 at minus 120, with the under at minus 110. Let's get the team totals for you guys.
I want to, man. I want to.
Milan plus 190 on over 1.5. Inter minus 125. And even the spread is interesting here with Milan getting half a goal is minus 110 on that double chance or plus half a goal line. So obviously, very favorable lines in different angles for both sides. I know Nick's also dug up some other ones he likes that he'll talk about. But going into this match, Inter top of the table, joint top with Roma, ahead on goal differential. I mean, they are just scoring goals for fun so far. 26 goals scored in 11. That is the key here. But Milan, one of the better defenses in the league, with just 9 conceded in 11. So what's going to give here?
You guys know how very, very, very badly I want to take Milan in this game. I want Max to get wins like this so fucking badly just so I could stick it to Juve fans. That's my only motivation here. But realistically, I think Inter are the better team right now, and they're in better form. I shouldn't say I don't know if they're the better team. I mean, Milan's only lost once, right? It's just that Milan's draws all feel like losses. You know what? That's kind of where I'm at. And the loss was to Cremonese. That wasn't good. The draws were to Pisa and Atalanta, who was playing like shit, and some other team that's really bad, where they kept giving up leads. Yeah. And
it's kind of who they're dropping points to.
They feel more like losses than draws. But I think if you ask me, hey, would both of these teams be happy with where they are in the standings right now, 2 points apart, 24 and 22 points? I think the answer is resounding yes. This is follow the odds, man. Inter minus 115 kind of tells the story. I don't want to take it, but I think I'm going to have to. I do also like the over in this game. I think minus 110, like you said, for an Inter team that's averaging 2.5 goals a game, Milan team that's averaging, a goal and a half a game. I don't see how we don't get to 3 in this one, even though it probably will be tightly contested. But coach, you'll fact check me on this. I'm sure the head-to-heads have had goals in them, right? Like these, we're not talking about 0-0 matches between these two teams.
Double check that right now, but I feel like you're right. I feel like we've had goals in recent years. Let's see. Going back to last year, the last matchup was a Coppa Italia match, 3-0 to Milan. Couple 1-1 draws in Serie A last season. The last January actually of last year. Wow, they played a lot of times last year. We had the Super Coppa 3-2 to Milan.
Yeah.
So actually, one of those 1-1 draws was the Coppa. They played 5 times last year.
Yeah.
2-1 to Milan. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off.
Okay, so I mean, now you're starting to weave a little story for me here. Milan's had their number.
Yeah, they have. But 2 seasons ago, it was Inter 2-1 and Inter 5-1.
Okay. In any case, I like the over. That's just, I think, a strong play on its own. If you do like Milan in this game, the team total I have on Hard Rock is actually plus 225. So that's significantly different than the plus 190 you had. But I think this is player props for us. We were talking about it before we hopped on. I'll actually let Scotty give it out because it was his play. I don't want to take the credit for it. But I think a lot of guys returning from injury. Hakan will be healthy. Pulisic is supposed to be back. If
supposed to start according to the projected formations.
I think this is going to be a good game. Wouldn't shock me. I think it's 2-1, 2-1 either way. Inter probably deserve the edge, but man, Milan is like, they're tempting me with these numbers, and I just know Max is going to have a game plan for this game. Like, there's just no doubt about it.
So real quick before Scotty goes, just to back up your, the feelings on the over and Milan having the number. Milan hasn't lost to Inter in 5 straight. Inter hasn't kept a clean sheet in this derby in 7 straight. That includes obviously cups and Super Cups. The over's hit in 5 out of 7. Both teams to score in 6 out of 7. And Milan first to score in 4 out of 5.
Both teams to score is minus 130 on its own. I mean, they're all very playable bets.
Yeah, both teams to score minus 130 feels like certainly something I would look at. And then I think if you look at the both teams to score over 2.5, I think that's in play. Because I don't think you're getting like a 3-0 if you're getting the over. I think you're getting a 2-1, 3-1 type match.
I agree. But yeah, plus 225, I've seen worse bets. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of on the same vein as you guys. I like the over in this. Looking at the Milan backline right now is just, it's not good. Lautaro, we all know what he can do. He's kind of heating up, I think, in the last few games. Bonnie has been playing really well. I think he has 7 goal involvements in his 11 matches so far. So I feel like those two are going to combine. You kind of pick this defensive backline apart of Milan right now. So I like that. I mean, over 1.5 for Inter's team total is minus 125. I don't mind that. And yeah, I think I like, Inter money line in this. You can even do, a little Inter and over 2.5 parlay. I think it's plus 170. So that's really where I'm looking. I think it's to me, it's clear that I think Inter is going to kind of run away with this one a little bit. I think they're the clear favorites. I know there's history that suggests otherwise, but I'm looking at the team sheets in front of me. That's how I'm capping this game.
Turam projected to start for the first time in a while. He got 20 minutes against Turam.
Oh yeah.
So you've got even more firepower available in front.
Someone's going to come off the bench then. So I mean, you're going to have a guy coming in the 60th minute with fresh legs, and all 30 minutes to make a big difference. So I kind of like that even more then.
Yeah. I mean, Scotty, you got to give out your player prop here.
Yeah. So I mean, if we want to
actually beat you to it in the chat.
Did he? Well, I mean, he's probably a fan of the show. Yeah. I mean, look, I've been kind of riding this since match week 4, really. I think we were talking about Inter. I don't really remember who they were playing, but my favorite prop there, I think at the time, Hakan Çalhanoğlu shot on target was like plus 210, something crazy, because he's taking their free kicks. He's always there. And that I've been riding that ever since. I mean, it's always a nice hefty plus number. I think this week it's plus 140.
Sure is.
Coach Stats pull it up. I think he's averaging 0.9 shots on target per game
in the league.
Which, you know what? That's a 90% hit rate for a plus money bet. That means I don't need to do the math. It's paid out well over and above its expected value this whole time. So we'll keep riding with that until it fails us, or until the bookmakers, shift course and start making that like a minus 110, minus 125, which is probably where it should be.
Yeah, when you're getting a guy like that who takes free kicks, penalty kicks, he's in play. We'll shoot as the midfielder. So I think that's a really solid number to get him at. Plus 140 is really good.
Automatic bet if it's a plus number. Like Scotty said, takes free kicks, takes penalties. leads the league in goals. I mean, he's plus 475 if you're so inclined. He's got 5 goals already. I know that's not his job per se, but it's a dude that has the ball enough. I mean, I don't know.
Set piece
Give me
merchant,
the
I'm told. No, I'm just
give me
kidding.
the league leader in goals. I mean, it's the same reason I was taking KDB when
Mhm.
before he got hurt. I was taking him every game to score, and I think I hit 3 times, right? Like 3 out of 8 or something like
Yeah.
that, and made money.
Scored a
So,
penalty for Turkey too. A couple days ago, it looks like.
there you go. So yeah, I mean I think we're kind of aligned there, but I want to take Milan. I mean, that's all I can say. I really want Max to get this win.
You know what? I'm curious. I got to see. Do we have the goal or assist numbers here? Because he also whips in the free kicks. So getting him at currently, wow, he's way down the list here. Where's Hakan?
Must have missed him.
Oh, there he's plus 155. So goal or assist at plus 155 is not a bad number either for a guy who's whipping in the free kicks.
All right, now I am
with
going to
some of those
throw a
trees they
very
have in-
slight wrinkle into this. Scotty said that the schedule makers were starting to figure it out, and I have done my research on the schedule makers, and I can confirm that they have not figured it out because we have Champions League next week, midweek.
Yeah, these
So-
guys. Because Europa's next week too. I know Rome plays. on
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
so we're
Every year
going
Europa
from
League,
straight
so
up just like a week and a half of vacation into like 3 games in 7 days. So
there's no rest for the weary with these guys.
Inter does have to travel to Atletico. I don't know how seriously they're taking that. I would have to imagine this game gets the priority, but just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think coming out of the gate, they're not going to mess around in this one, especially a derby. It's too meaningful, especially with Milan so close to the table. I wouldn't worry too much about that Champions League.
And I think they're like 4-0, right? So like they
Yeah.
don't need the win.
Yeah, I'd be more concerned about like doubling down on them in Champions League after a win. That's where my concern would be more, just because then maybe there's a little letdown. But I agree with you guys. I think the money line is in play here for Inter. I think the over is most certainly in play. The both teams to score, I think, is in play. But I think that Hakan bet is certainly the value play. And that's one of those things, like if he doesn't get a shot on target and you bet him at plus 140 and he doesn't hit, like you just tip your cap. Like it happens, right?
Sure. A lot of things got, but I'll take that all day.
Yeah. So anything else in this one before we run through Serie A?
I think those are the main ones. We could start getting silly, but good luck to all our friends who are Milan fans and Inter fans.
That was one of the easiest big matches we've had in a while, where we're like, oh, that, like things just like jump out at you. So, I mean, that could bite us, but I do think there's a lot here to like.
Yeah. Eduardo, where are you getting these lines, dude? Just out of curiosity. Take a look at that plus 200 shot from outside the box. Not bad. But yeah, sorry, Steve. You can move on to the other stuff. Just curious where he's getting the lines.
All right. So Serie A kicks off on Saturday morning. I'll run through the Saturday matches, and then you can kind of just tell me, play or pass with these matches. He's on your book, Nick, Hard Rock there. So
oh shit, they have outside the box? No way.
Yeah, I know DraftKings does.
DraftKings has it too. I think sometimes it's only in the same game parlay though. Like sometimes I don't see it, but if I go do like a same game parlay, they'll have it in there. It's weird. I can't quite explain why they do some things like that, where you can only include it in
the weird shit they'll do too for me, where I get like Asian spreads in some games, but not in others. Like drives me insane.
Can't explain it. It.
Yeah.
All right. So Saturday we've got Udinese hosting Bologna. We've got Cagliari hosting Genoa. Fiorentina hosting
I will
Juve.
say, do we believe in Bologna or do we not believe in them? I mean, their defense has been really good. Plus 110 on the money line seems like probably a decent bet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I wouldn't fight you against it. I mean, again, the only thing that concerns me every season with Udinese, if you're trying to bet against them, is that they love
fuck
to tie
me every year. Yeah,
they love to tie.
They're 4-4-4, right? Like that's
they're one of those tricky sides.
This is all right. It's not that early. I was gonna say this is an earlier morning Saturday game. Those are usually the ones where it's like you get fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible.
They're coming off the loss to Roma. Prior to that, they beat Atalanta. They lost to Juve. Like they're prior to that, they beat Lecce. Like they're up and down.
Like, Bologna's unbeaten in like what 6 or 7. So like, do we believe in them? I'd probably take them 110 money line. I don't know. Like
You wouldn't have to twist my arm because they're coming off the win against Napoli. It's a good value on them for sure. I'd even like them draw no bet as like a parlay piece if it's too chalky. You could like do them and somebody else draw no bet that you like.
That's where I'm at.
All right. Cagliari Genoa. I don't know if you like anything there. And then there's Fiorentina Juve. Juve is minus 105 on the money line at Florence. That's like, we know Pioli already got sacked. Like, Fiorentina's got to snap out of it at some point. But is this the week against Juve?
Yeah. The Cagliari Genoa, like this almost seems like a spot Genoa could get there. Oh no, they won. Did they win the last game?
I think they drew that match.
Okay.
I believe. Double check.
Cagliari is a tough place to play. I mean, that's a pass for
Yeah.
me. I think that game is quite literally a toss-up.
Mhm.
Juve minus 105 is probably a play here, man. I hate to fucking say it. But
Yeah.
did Fiorentina even hire a coach, or did they just promote like the youth coach?
I thought they had somebody lined up. I will check. Genoa did get to win 2 matches ago against
They did.
Sassuolo.
Okay.
Yeah. And then they drew Fiorentina.
Yeah, Fiorentina fucking stinks.
Paolo Vanoli, the ex-Torino coach. That's who
God, like that's the best they could do.
Yeah, that's who it was.
I probably like Juve team total in this one at plus 110. I Juve money line. I hate to say it, but like, are they really going to lose to this Fiorentina team?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless Fiorentina finds something over this international break, I don't know. I can't trust them.
And if you think they score a goal, then the over's in play for me too. But I don't know that they score.
Yeah, they're rough this year. And Juve's not consistent enough. And Juve's not consistent enough to really trust them either, right? I mean, I think that's part of the issue too.
I don't know. I think this is a game that they win. I really do. I hate to say it.
Yeah. I mean, they have to. I don't think they have much of a choice at this point.
They have to travel to Norway on Tuesday.
Hmm.
And they probably need to win that game. Just saying.
Yeah. Again, though, they're not in a position to be able to drop points in Serie A, willy-nilly on 19 points in 6th place right now. So I don't think they can look ahead. I'm not saying they won't, but I just don't think they can afford to.
Yeah, agree. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give a fucking pick in every single game that you're listing. And
I said you could pass. You don't have to play every match.
I'm just getting a little excited.
Napoli hosting Atalanta.
I have a pick in this one.
Plus 120. Atalanta plus 230.
It's neither of those. It's a stinky pick. It's chalky. It goes against everything that we stand for. It's the under. Under 2.5 is minus 130. Dude, who's scoring for Napoli? Atalanta have been an under team this year. It's crazy. It's got to be an under 2.5 game. It has to be.
I kind of agree. I hate to say it. Man.
Only thing I wonder, it's the first match with Palladino in charge. What does he change from Juric?
I mean, if you think they get the new manager bounce, Atalanta double chances minus 130.
Okay. That's not bad either.
Anguissa's out.
Because again, my point stands is like, who's scoring for Napoli? Who is getting those goals? Is
out.
Dominic going to be scoring more bicycle
Dominic's the only, he'll be lining up at forward pretty soon. I mean that's legitimately where they're at.
So what he did for Scotland this week, right?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah. It's been their best player for 2 years. So, would not shock me, but not getting anything out of the forward position. Then again, neither is Atalanta.
Definitely will be interesting. I think if you like Atalanta with the new manager bounce, maybe you go draw no bet because you're going to get that
double chance
plus money too. Yeah. The only reason, Scott, I'm tentative on the under just because Palladino might do things a bit differently than Juric. Juric is not known for teams that score goals. You think
Napoli scoring 3? I mean, you think Atalanta scoring 3? Because Napoli again
3.
Answer my question. Who's scoring for Napoli?
No, I mean, Højlund's got the shortest goal score odds in the whole match at plus 240. So the books probably tend to lean under too. And when you have
CDK shot on target, even money, provided he starts. We don't know what this starting lineup is going to look like. That's the only thing that gives me a little bit of pause.
Yeah, you'd have to see if he's starting, but I don't. According to Gazzetta, they're leaning that a potential trident of CDK, Scamacca, and Lookman here in the debut of Palladino on the bench.
Scotty, I got one for you. Are you ready?
Hit me.
No first half goals plus 200.
Yeah, sure. Don't mind that either, especially coming off an international break. Takes guys a little bit to get into the game.
Let's see. And both teams are... No, Atalanta has to travel on Wednesday. Napoli's at home.
Well, speaking to your under, Scott, Napoli is under in 4 of their last 5, Atalanta in 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are just proving my point for me.
Yep.
Napoli hasn't scored a goal in 3 matches.
No way.
Have not scored a goal in 3 matches.
All right. Atalanta double chance. Fuck it. I'm in.
Yeah,
Lock me in.
That run includes not scoring on Frankfurt, who has been bleeding goals in the Bundesliga.
Yeah. That was rough.
So it's Como 0-0, Frankfurt 0-0, and Bologna 2-0.
Okay.
So that's where they're at.
Who was their last goal scorer? Do we know that?
Well, if we go back to the last match they scored, which was against Lecce 1-0, it was Frank Anguissa who's out injured.
Who's out injured? Okay.
So yeah,
right.
we're just speaking right to Scotty's point. What's the Atalanta clean sheet?
13th place,
Actually,
Atalanta.
The last 2 goals scored by Napoli players. Now, this was in a 3-1 win over Inter. This match,
KDB.
The last goal was by Frank Anguissa.
Oh shit!
Before that, it was a McTominay goal sandwiched between a De Bruyne penalty and an Anguissa goal.
Yeah, all midfielders.
So of their last 4 goals, only McTominay is currently healthy,
and none are
all
forwards.
midfielders. Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna go ahead and say goals scored since September 1st. Only McTominay is the guy that's done it. I don't even know if that's the right date, but that's what I'm just gonna.
It sounds right.
State.
Yeah. You could probably sell me on it if I didn't do the research.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
Definitely in the last month, that's for sure. Yeah, McTominay had the 2 goals against PSV too. I just have to keep going now because now I'm like going down the wormhole. Let's see. Torino beat them 1-0. They beat Genoa 2-1 back on October 11th. Rasmus Højlund and Frank Anguissa. So the last goal scorer that is healthy, not named Scott McTominay, is Rasmus Højlund back on October 5th.
Wow.
Terrible.
Month and a half.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So McTominay or bust, boys.
You successfully talked me into the 13th place team in Serie A with 2 wins, getting a result.
New manager bounce.
Thank you, guys. Away from home, also.
Yeah, away from home at the San Paulo. So, all right. I know you guys will be waking up at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time for Hellas, Verona, and Parma on Sunday morning.
I'm just going to say, stinky fucking line here. Hellas is favored. They don't have a win. 0 wins, and they're
true.
plus 130 against Parma. That's just a really stinky line. So it would not shock me to come back next week with the Hellas win.
Yeah. I mean, eventually they have to win, right?
Do they?
You think the odds say they have to at some point, but yeah. Then it's Cremonese Roma at the 9 a.m. slot. Roma money line's a little chalky, but
Coach is taking Roma -1. I could see it.
I was looking at the -3/4 of a goal at -125.
There you go.
I don't hate that. -1, they're plus 115 on a fight. My only worry with the -1 would be the push if they end up doing another one of their 1-0s, but they've been scoring more prior to the break. The thing I worry about a little bit is where do the goals come from this one with Dybala out, and it's Ferguson's coming back. He hasn't scored a goal yet this season.
Bro, your boy
My dark
Pellegrini
horse.
is fucking plus
Pellegrini-
350.
I was gonna say Pellegrini would be the one that I would definitely look at. And what's his shot on target? Because that's another guy who I feel like the book's similar to because he's a midfielder. He shoots enough. Let's see, player shot on target
plus 120.
Wait, you have shot on target plus 120 for Pellegrini?
Sure do.
I got -155 on DraftKings here.
Well done.
Wow.
I only take 10%.
Yeah, that's not a bad number. Plus 120 because he will shoot. With Dybala out, he will take free kicks and potential penalty kicks like he did the last match. Yeah, and goal or assist is always in play with him too because he does take the corners and puts in a pretty good ball on set pieces. And Roma does score decent enough goals on corner kicks. Plus 115 is not the greatest number, but yeah, I know I'm being a bit of a homer, but I think at -3/4 of a goal, I kind of like him at -125. Then it's your boys Lazio hosting Lecce.
Nothing there.
Then it's the derby we talked about. And then Monday we have a couple matches. Torino hosting Como and Sassuolo hosting Pisa.
Yeah, Como kind of seems live here, plus 110. It's like somebody is like Nico Paz out or something like that.
Let's see. According to Gazzetta, Nico Paz is starting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Torino have been better. And they have some big wins this year, but I don't know. I think Como's just too good.
Yeah. Yeah. At
And
some point.
Sassuolo, the next game. I mean, Sassuolo's even money at home against Pisa. They have 5 wins. Like, I don't know. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah. They have been playing better. They've been moving up the table a bit. So don't hate it. All right. That puts a wrap on Italy. Let's go over to Premier League. Let's pull up our lines real quick.
I hate searching for it, man.
Yeah, I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. All right, so we'll kick it off with the big match of the weekend, which is the North London Derby on Sunday, 11:30 Eastern Time. Arsenal hosting Spurs. Arsenal minus 260 on the money line. Spurs plus 700. Spurs draw no bet is plus 500. I mean, you can get Spurs on the spread getting a goal and a quarter at minus 120. So, obviously Arsenal big favorite here. Let's see in terms of goal scoring lines, we've got the over 2.5 is minus 135. The under at even money. Scotty, what do you make of this? I know Arsenal are top of the table. Obviously, Spurs not at that level right now, but man, I did not expect to see a plus 700 in a derby match like this.
I mean, it would have been more if Arsenal weren't missing Gabriel from their lineup, because Tottenham just aren't good, right? That's the long and short of it. They just haven't been good. They've had occasional glimmers of like decency, but at no point have they looked like a team that's going to be finishing in a European spot at the end of the season. And so that's really where this is coming from.
I will go a step further. They had one good game all year, and it was against Man City.
Which they do every time. No. Good or bad, they always play Man City well. And we thought maybe it's because they were good. Nope, they're just bad.
Sitting fifth in the table, I know obviously they're not at the Arsenal, but sitting fifth in the table, sometimes you know that maybe skews the lines a bit, but not here. I mean,
like
the books are
nobody else around them have been good either. No. You know, that's kind of the thing.
Nope. Yeah. Yep. So I think that's kind of where we're at. But even with all that said, you know, man, it does not feel like it's going to be that easy of a game for Arsenal. There's a stat rolling out there where since Gabriel has joined Arsenal, in the games that he's played, they have like a 66% win percentage. And games where he hasn't played, they're only at 40%. And so in that kind of, realm here, I don't hate Tottenham plus a goal. It's plus 120. I think Arsenal probably still win, but I think it's going to be closer than what we might give them credit for. Arsenal, their defense has been the reason why they're in the position they're in right now, right? They aren't scoring goals in open play.
Yeah.
The big piece of their set piece goals have been from headers from their center backs, like Gabriel. I think he has like 2 or 3 goals this season. I think there's a lot missing in this lineup. I think Timber also might be hurt. So there's just going to be a lot of gaps for them to fill in and of itself. And so Tottenham coming out with really, no one really expecting anything from them.
Nothing to lose,
gives them a little bit of freedom.
Yeah.
No.
And I think they can keep it close. I don't know that they will get a result. I don't even know that they necessarily will win the game. But to get a goal plus 120 on this, I'm happily taking that in a derby.
Now, let me ask you this, Scott. If you're going to go with plus a goal, why don't you just go plus a goal and a quarter at minus 120?
Yeah, I don't like the quarter. You guys like the quarter lines. I love the quarter lines.
I know, but at least if it's like if it's a 1-0 Arsenal win, there's your at least a half payout.
No, just give me my money back at that point.
Because do you think Spurs is pulling a draw out of it to catch the plus a goal?
100% they could.
They could, but
I could see this being a 1-1 game easily.
I'm all for plus money lines, but I think in this, and you know me, like I'm always looking for value.
Listen, it's a preference thing. I hate the quarter money lines. It irks me. I really don't like taking them. I'm either going to go a goal or I'll go a goal and a half. If you want me to take a goal and a half at minus 150, I would rather do that.
I hate the quarter goal when you're like sitting at minus 3/4 of a goal, which I did endorse last match.
Listen, man. My philosophy in any sport is if I'm back, like I want the goals. I'm not laying the goals. Like I'd rather just lay the juice than lay the goals. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like same thing in American football. Like if I'm backing a team that's minus 2.5, I'd rather lay the juice and take a money line. But if I like the underdog, I want the points. Does that make sense? Like I'm the same way with this. Like
So like you'd prefer the goal in a quarter.
definitely.
Yeah.
Give me as much as you can. So here's my thing, and I wholeheartedly agree with everything Scott said. I was looking to try and make a case for Tottenham, and I'm looking back because I've said this now for I think 5 consecutive shows. The one single solitary Tottenham game I watched this year was the game that they dominated Manchester City, and that's just ingrained in my brain. And I know that's not who Tottenham are. And I'm looking, when was their last even decent performance? And you have to go back months, right? It was literally that game. They've lost to Newcastle. They've lost to Chelsea. They've drew Manchester United. They beat Everton. Cool.
Everton.
They lost to Villa. I think they blew a game against Wolves. They blew that game in the Champions League against Bodo. So like they're just not.
Yeah, the only convincing was that one I bet that Scott Dowd in the Champions League against Copenhagen. Other than that, they've been terrible.
They scored a couple goals down a man. So like,
yeah,
really tough. But I mean, Scott, if you think they score, if you think they keep it close, I'm going to hit you with a crazy, crazy stat. Tottenham team total is plus 450 for 2
over
goals.
1.5.
Over 1.5. It's plus 450.
I don't know that they can get to.
I don't think so either.
Against this defense, 5 goals conceded.
I don't
that's
think
what
so
I was
either.
saying. I think it's going to be a 1-1 game. Maybe like again, Arsenal's not going to score 3 goals. With the way that they're playing in open play. So that's why I don't mind the +1 because it feels like a relatively risk-free bet. And if they get that 1-1 or even like a 0-0 or whatever, you're getting the plus money payout. I don't see this being a game that Arsenal runs away with. I don't see this being a game that Arsenal keeps a clean sheet. I'm just trying to say that at some point Arsenal's going to have to play a bad game, right? I'm not saying it's this game. Yeah, I think over the next month they're going to struggle a little bit. At
some point they have to play a bad.
Look at their schedule. The next month, I think Arsenal are going to struggle a little bit. Coming off the international break, losing Gabriel, losing Timber. They still have some injuries with Odegaard. Their schedule over the next few weeks, they have
pretty brutal.
Bayern after this midweek. Then they have Chelsea. Then they have Brentford. And then Aston Villa. Then after that, it gets a little easier. Club Brugge, Wolves, Everton, Palace is in the EFL Cup, doesn't matter, Brighton, and then Villa, Bournemouth. So I think these next few weeks, if they get through this, 9 points out of Villa, Chelsea, and Spurs, then 100% they're probably going to win the title because that's the biggest test that they're going to get all season. I think they're going to slip up a little bit. I think they're going to drop points. I think they'll let City back into it. And I think it's going to be this game will probably be the start of that. I think they'll right the ship around Christmas time, but we'll see what happens in January.
I agree.
Yeah, I think to your points, I think low scoring makes sense for sure.
Hey, under 2.5 is even money if you guys are so inclined.
Under 2.5 is even money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that. It's probably pretty good. That's a good pick.
I'm hoping they lose or drop points or something.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see coming out of the international break, losing Gabriel. It'll be interesting, at the very least.
Hold on. Might have one here. Has Easy been playing? Off the bench, right?
He's off the bench, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Not good enough. Proceed.
All right. We'll jump back to Saturday to kick off the weekend. Is Burnley hosting Chelsea? We've got Liverpool hosting Forest, Bournemouth hosting West Ham, Wolves hosting Palace.
So how's Crystal Palace at even money not a play?
Because they've been bad. They've started out really strong, and then they've been kind of, below average, I would say, in the last month or so.
No, sure, but maybe you didn't hear. They're playing Wolves. Wolves of 0 win fame.
It's Wolves at home. I don't know.
So you're telling me you're backing Wolves? Give me a Wolves bet then.
I'm not saying I'm backing Wolves. You asked me why is Crystal Palace not the pick. I'm telling you why Crystal Palace may not be the pick.
It's got to be.
They haven't been good. They have 1 win. They have 1 win in the last 5 matches. That's why.
Yeah. So did Tottenham.
I'm taking them +1.
Come on, coach, back me up.
Well, I was just looking at Palace. So they Drew Brighton right before the international break. But I mean, they won 3 in all competitions before that. They did beat Liverpool, beat Brentford, beat AZ Alkmaar. I mean, their loss was against Arsenal prior to that, so there's no shame in that. But
Should also note that win against Liverpool was against Liverpool's like D lineup.
Yeah, that was in the cup. But yeah, I think to Nick's point, I see where he's going. I mean, Wolves can't beat anybody. They can't score. I mean, they get clean sheeted by Fulham 3-0 a couple weeks ago. Clean sheeted by Sunderland. Couldn't beat Burnley, one of the few teams that's around them in the standing. So I have no problem going with Crystal Palace. I agree with what Scott said. Like, they haven't been as good as they were prior. But I could definitely see why you would go Palace here. I mean,
It
Wolves
should.
have conceded 25.
It's not so much that Palace should win; it's that Wolves should lose. Right? That's kind of where you're going.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's where kind of where I'm going. Yeah,
but I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Man, I'm so pumped for Scotty to give us Nottingham Forest plus 1.5.
Nope, not doing that either. Forest are officially like off my radar for the next 2 to 3 months. They have to actually get some consistency going before I consider putting money on them again.
I tell you what, I don't hate, and it's kind of right on the edge of where I'll go as a solo bet, but minus 145, Sunderland or draw double chance at Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham stink,
and Sunderland hasn't lost in 4 straight. They've played, they punched above their weight most of the season from what we expected out of them. But they're an under team. They're gonna have to keep Fulham out of the net. But if they can, I think it's in play, right? They're coming off a draw against Arsenal 2-2, so they're gonna be riding high. A squad like that, not too many guys go in international break, probably compared to some of these bigger sides. 1-1 draw against Everton. Prior to that, beat Chelsea. Obviously, beat Wolves. Everybody does. Their only blip in the last, all season really has been that loss to United. Everything else has been win or draw.
Listen, nobody hates Fulham more than I do, so I am on board with you, sir.
Obviously, I'd like it to be a little bit better number, but I think it's favorable. I mean, who's Fulham? Fulham. Speaking of teams that who have they beaten lately? Fulham's only win outside the League Cup against Wycombe was a win against none other than Wolves, who had a red card that match. So they lost to Everton 2-0, lost to Newcastle 2-1, lost to Arsenal 1-0, Bournemouth 3-1, and Villa 3-1.
I'm all for. This is the fading Fulham club we have here, the 3 of us. I am with it.
So I think in that 11 a.m. slot or 10 a.m. slot for the Premier League, I think that is one that kind of jumps out at me.
All right. Well, my next bet, or my big bet for this weekend, is the next game. Newcastle are hosting Manchester City plus 245. Newcastle at home. City money line minus 105. I think is the play of the weekend. I mean, City are rolling now. They've scored 3+ goals in their last 4 games. So 4 games consecutively scoring at least 3 goals. Haaland is back into his typical Haaland form.
Ask Italy about that.
No need.
I just don't see how Newcastle can keep up with City's attack right now. I mean, Voltemade has been great, but aside from him, I haven't really seen a whole lot of Newcastle, creativity or offensively.
Would you say City was on your book?
It's minus 105.
Oh yeah, nice.
What do you have?
Minus 110. But
okay. Yeah.
I also like City team total at minus 120.
Yep.
I think that's maybe the safest bet.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, after scoring 3 against Liverpool, 4 against Dortmund, 3 against Bournemouth, 3 against, Swansea's League Cup, so I'm not going to count that. But, like Scott said, they're scoring goals now.
Yep.
Another pair against Villarreal in the Champions League, a while back, back in October now. But, almost everything is multi-goal. The only goal match recently from mid-October on that wasn't multi-goal was when Villa beat them 1-0, which was kind of a surprise.
And Newcastle sitting well into 14th place. Like they're 3 points behind Everton, who sit in 13th. Yeah, they're not having a good season whatsoever. So this is, I think this is maybe the books are kind of giving Newcastle a little bit credit just based off the name. I think City roll here. Like this should be. Newcastle just lost to Brentford 3-1.
I was going to say lost to Brentford 3-1, lost by West Ham 3-1. Yeah. So if you're giving,
I remember every one of my losses. That was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're giving up 3 to those teams, you've got City coming in playing well.
It's crazy.
I think I like the team total bet. I think that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you.
to protect against some kind of fluky 2-2 or something. But I think the team total is probably my favorite play there.
City win and over 1.5 is plus 125. I mean, that's stealing. I'm gonna lock that in right now. Actually,
love it. Even the next game, man. Go ahead, Steve. Call it out.
All right, so that jumps us over to Sunday morning. Leeds, Villa plus 140 on the road.
Villa plus 140, man.
That's where you're going with it.
Stupid number. I mean, they've been so much better. They've not been great, but Leeds has lost 4 out of 5. Villa's won 4 out of 5. I don't know. Like, this line doesn't make sense to me.
Leeds has not kept a clean sheet in 8, over 2.5 and 6 out of 7.
God, I wish the draw no bet was a little bit more playable.
Villa first to score in 4 out of 5, and Leeds first to concede in 6 out of 8, which makes me want to go check.
Okay.
First last goal.
Villa team total plus 140 against Leeds.
First goal Villa is minus 120. Don't hate that either.
They got to score 2, right?
Friends.
They got to score 2.
You would think.
It's going to be a big team total weekend for me.
Leeds just conceded 3 to Forest, 3 prior to that to Brighton. Skip a match, they conceded 2 to Burnley, 2 to Spurs. So, I mean, all but the West Ham win, they've conceded multi-goals.
Yeah, Aston Villa plus 140 to score 2. That's where I'm at.
Villa probably definitely better form than the teams they were conceding multi-goals to.
Who did Villa have this week where do they have to go? They definitely have to go somewhere.
Villa has home match against Young Boys on Thursday.
Home. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. And Young Boys is pretty terrible from what I've seen in their scorelines in Europa League. So they can see quite a bit. So yeah. And with this being and not till a Thursday match, I wouldn't worry too much about that.
All right, we're all in. Villa over 1.5 plus 140. Lock it in, people.
Yeah, plus 140. Wow. Yeah, I'm on board. That's for sure. Is that the end of the Premier League?
No, there's a stupid game on Monday.
Monday match. Yeah, who do we got? United and Everton.
Let's see. Under's going to be fucking juiced, isn't it? No, under 2.5 is even money. That's not bad.
I feel like this is kind of a must-win game for United.
I was just going to say, minus
they were so close to being people. They were so close to their fans being able to start saying they're back. I don't know that anyone would have believed them, but the fans could have at least started to say it. And then just kind of dropping points back-to-back games going into break against Tottenham and Forest kind of took all the wind out of their sails.
Yeah,
that performance against Forest was fucking pitiful.
Yeah. I think, I'm not locking him in, I'm not endorsing it, but I think the bet would be taking them on the money line at home.
It's minus 40 though. That's shitty.
I know it would have to get a little bit better for me, and I'd have to have a really good weekend otherwise prior to Monday.
Yeah. Take them live or something.
Trust them, yeah.
No, that's a pass for me as of this moment.
Yeah, I think so too.
But maybe an under 2.5.
Anything, Nick, you want to give out in the MLS playoffs? If you want to go to
I was looking earlier. Hold on, let me pull up some lines here because there was a couple that jumped out to me. I think we had Tim on last show, and I think we swept the board on MLS for what it's worth.
Now, are these like best of 3 again, or is this
no?
I
don't
and home.
Know.
How do they do? Their format is so
they've changed it 2 of the last 3 years, so I am not going to pretend that I know. Inter at plus 120 seems really, really good to me. That I think they're taking MLS Cup seriously. I think they know what they did wrong last year, and they seem to just score every single game. Cincinnati, I think, is a very good team, but they didn't look good. They just scraped by to get to this round. So I think Inter, you're not getting them at plus money almost ever. Yeah. So I would definitely be inclined to take that.
It's in Cincinnati?
It's in Cincinnati. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So watch the weather, right? Because all these Spanish dudes are super soft, right? All these guys from Spain Messi and his boys. So I would definitely say watch out for that. I think Philly Union
I was
minus
gonna say
110
Philly,
is a
yeah.
fucking robo lock.
Mhm.
What's his name for New York City's out? The forward Martinez. Like, so he's their best player. He's hurt. I think Philly was a lock before that, but knowing that NYC's best player is out, I have a future on them at plus 3,300. I'm probably going to cash out before the game
On NYC or on Philly?
on NYC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they get past Philly in this round.
I don't either.
I'm not a super close MLS follower, but from what
Yeah.
I've seen and from what I bet this season,
So
I love
those
Philly
are
as
the
my
two I
play.
really, really like. I think Vancouver, LA is kind of a toss up. Vancouver's
Yep.
been very good at home. But LA, like since Sun has got there, they scored like 4 goals a game.
Yeah.
And the live dog I like is Minnesota United FC. Like a team that just like never looks convincing, but they always seem to just play well. Minnesota plus a goal is minus 130. I kind of dig that at San Diego.
Yeah, I don't hate that. They beat them in San Diego back in September 2-3-1. They split the season series, so I think they're definitely a live dog. But yeah, the Philly one jumps out at me. I like that Cincinnati team, but I think you're right. I think Inter, if they take it seriously, who's beating them?
Yep. Their
on their
only
day.
real issue is they have a statue of a goalkeeper. Like that has held them back. Like this dude's like 38 years old from Argentina. Like thought he was going to come here and retire, and he lets in like 1,000 goals a game.
So you're saying keep an eye on Evander, goal scorer prop.
Definitely, dude's
plus
nasty.
180.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
Messi's minus
Denke is
130.
also really good. I mean,
Denke's plus 180 as well.
no.
And Brenner's plus 210. If you think Messi goes off, he's plus 370 to score a brace.
Yeah, I dig that. I totally dig that.
Yeah, there should be some fun matches, though. If you're looking for a little Sunday evening action, you got a couple Sunday evening matches there in MLS. You got a Saturday night match with Vancouver and LA after the college football kind of wraps up. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff to keep an eye on.
I think all 4 games will be good, quite honestly.
Yeah, the Cincy Inter Miami match is definitely the most interesting one to me to like watch, probably. But I kind of like that Cincy team, but they're playing same time as the Eagles, so I won't be watching it.
2 screens, coach. Come on.
Yeah,
It's 2025.
that's true.
And there you got them.
Could throw one on the phone or the laptop, but
Scotty, can we get a UConn update?
They lost by 4.
Ah,
They got it all the way back though. I mean, they was down to 1 possession in the last minute, which is crazy. To be down, I think someone said the final rebound numbers were down 20 in rebounds and down 18 in points in the paint.
Jesus.
Considering they don't have their center. So I'll take it.
Coach, what do you got in Germany?
I was just looking at
How did I know?
Bundesliga. How'd you know, right? Trying to see where's Wolfsburg is not very good. Leverkusen has been playing better of late. In fact, I think they put up 6 before the international break, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me see. Yeah, they did. They put up the 6-0 against Heidenheim. They're even money at Wolfsburg. Kind of like it.
I dig that one.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why Mönchengladbach is plus 115 against Heidenheim. Heidenheim stink.
Heidenheim stink. They've given up 23 in 10 matches, and they're minus 15.
I think Hoffenheim of 6 wins out of 10 fame getting plus 165 at Mainz is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. These numbers don't.
Yeah, the Hoffenheim one is interesting because they're right now sitting in a conference league qualification spot, and Mainz is sitting down there in 17th in the relegation zone. They also have to play Thursday because they are currently playing in Europe as well in the conference league. So they're one of those teams, like, we talk about it in England where like they don't have the depth to compete. I think that's kind of a similar thing here in the German sense. Is like, when Villa had trouble rebounding and Newcastle, like it's always hard for these teams the first time.
Yeah.
And I think that is happening here with Mainz as well. So yeah,
I'll
when you
hit
give me
you-
Hoffenheim at that number, it's their draw no bet number because that's probably where and you could kick off the weekend there. It's a Friday match. Draw no bet, basically even money minus 105.
I don't hate it. Give you another one, man. Both teams to score. Bayern against Freiburg. Freiburg scores.
Freiburg's not bad.
Minus 110.
Yeah, they're not bad. And Bayern isn't like their defense isn't impenetrable. They just score a lot, right? They're coming off drop
35
points.
goals in 10 games.
Yeah, they're coming off that 2-2 draw against Union Berlin. So, and it's not the Union Berlin that qualified for Champions League a couple of years ago. This is the Union Berlin down in 11th place. Yeah.
Union
It's
plus
possible.
195 against St. Paul. Yeah, man, a lot of good lines. I'm just getting stupid and giving out every play for every game. Let me stop.
We do not endorse every play the lock here that Nick is giving out, but there's definitely some interesting stuff here.
There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Atalanta, though. Double chance. That one I like.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff here in Bundesliga. I'm gonna be probably doing some digging this weekend.
Yeah,
and of course, goals are always in play too. Some of these overs are always in play.
Facts.
All right. Jump at me real quick. Nothing. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think a lot of good stuff between England, Italy, and then even with a little MLS playoffs for our U.S. listeners. I think it's a lot to like, a lot to hopefully cash in on, and catch you guys next week. Hopefully, we'll have cashed in quite a few tickets out of the international break. Thanks for listening.
Fuck yeah.